Hey everyone, and welcome back to the FM Inside YouTube channel. Today we will be looking at some clubs to take on in Football Manager 22. And these are not just some clubs, no, these are fallen giants. Restoring the glory at a former big gun in football could prove to be a very fun challenge, and these clubs will test your patience and manager skills to the absolute limit. The clubs in this video will ask you to rebuild them from scratch, hunt for promotions and claim their first title in decades. But before we head into the game, be sure to like this video if you think it's cool, press the subscribe button if you want to keep following our latest videos, and enable that bell to get a notification on every new video. So, now that we have the intro out of the way, let's head over to the fun stuff. The first club we will be looking at is Hamburger SV or HSV. This is one of the clubs you think about when talking about German football. There are 3 German clubs that have won the Champions League in history, and HSV is one of them. They were a massive club during the 80s, and in the following years they have always been considered as one of the leading clubs in the Bundesliga. In the 21st century, HSV alternated good seasons with some poor ones, but the team always finished in a safe position and managed to claim European football more than once. After 2010, things quickly went downhill for the club, partly due to mismanagement in the top layer of the club. In 2014, they narrowly avoided relegation for the first time, but a few seasons later, they were unable to keep their heads above the water and went down for the first time in history of the Bundesliga and the club. From the 2018-2019 season, HSV have been trying to return to the highest level, but it says enough that the club has not succeeded thus far. This club needs to be built up, and you will be faced with a hard task of getting HSV back to the Bundesliga and then leading them back to the top of Europe. Second club of the list is Spanish club Deportivo La Coruña. Well, you can't really call Deportivo a fallen giant. The club only had a short period at the top of European football. This was at the end of the 20th and the beginning of the 21st century. At the time, they had a great team that, to everyone's surprise, managed to become champions of Spain in 2000 and reached the semi-finals of the Champions League in 2004. That team is long gone, and in recent years it has been doom and gloom at Depor. Since 2010, the club has been going up and down between La Liga and the Segunda, though the club had a period of 4 seasons on the highest level. In 2018, they were relegated once again, and that relegation meant the end of the club on the highest level. 2 years later, they were even relegated to the Segunda Division B, which is the 3rd tier in Spain. The club still plays there now. Depor could be a great challenge for players who like longer games. You start in the 3rd division and you have to work your way up to the highest level through 2 promotions. For a new manager, this may be a step too far, but if you are experienced in Football Manager, Depor could prove to be a fun challenge to complete. Fallen giant number 3 is the illustrious English club Nottingham Forest. This club has been wanting to take the step back up for years, but never managed to do so, as they always have failed to take that last step back time and time again. Nottingham is one of 5 English clubs to have won the Champions League and one of 4 English clubs who have won the cup more than once. Their most famous manager is Brian Clough, who is considered an absolute legend at the club. He managed the club from 1975 until 1993 and was responsible for winning their only league title and all of their Champions League titles. Forest are also one of the oldest clubs in the world, and that is a reason alone for this club to be very interesting to start a save with in FM22. In total, they have won 1 English league title, and the last time they played on the highest level was back in 1999. This club has everything to become a very good club, and the only thing missing is that last piece of the puzzle. Maybe you could be that piece and you will bring Forest back to the absolute top of England, Europe and the world. Club number 4 on this list is Brazilian side Cruzeiro. This will be one of the newer faces on the fallen giant list you will find across the internet and YouTube. They are considered as one of the largest and most successful Brazilian clubs ever, as they have won 5 league titles, 6 domestic cups and 4 continental trophies. Fans were left devastated when the club got relegated for the first time in history back in 2019. Less than 10 years ago, the club won back-to-back championships in Brazil, but problems at the club turned their favors around. In their final season in the top flight, they had 5 different coaches, as the club also had big financial problems. Players weren't paid, directors left the club or were fired. Needless to say that this club is a big mess. Reasons enough to become the new national hero of Cruzeiro in Football Manager 22. Bring them back to the top flight, get the finances back as they once were, and create a healthy and serious challenger for the title in Brazil and the Copa Libertadores in South America. And the final club on our list today is from France and is Auxerre. Well, they aren't really a former great giant, but you can't look past this club when thinking about historic French clubs. Under the leadership of former manager Guy Roux, who led the club from 1964 until 2005, this club was known for their insanely good youth academy, producing notable players such as Eric Cantona, Laurent Blanc, Stéphane Guivache, Philippe Mexès and Djibril Cissé. The club was founded in the early 1900s and made the jump to the highest tier in 1980, remaining there until the 2011-2012 season. Throughout their stay in the top flight, they managed to win 1 single league title in 1995 and 4 Coupe de France titles. After their relegation in 2012, Auxerre have been trying to get back up to the Ligue 1, but failed at every attempt. At Auxerre, you will find a great setup to start a long-term career with in FM22. The facilities and academy are both of a high level, and it's just a matter of time before the next Blanc or Cantona arises from the youth intake. If you want to battle Paris Saint-Germain with a historic French club, Auxerre is a very good choice. So there we have it, 5 fallen giants to play with in Football Manager 22. If you want to read a written article on fallen giants in Football Manager, please head over to FM Inside. A link to the article will be posted in the description below. For now, I want to thank you for watching this video and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, while hitting that subscribe button to help us achieve to reach 500 subs before the full release of FM22 on November 9th. From us over at FM Inside, we would like to thank you all and hope to see you next time in our next video. Bye bye.